Hey neighbors, got a minute? So clearly you can see behind me that it's not only my office where I store up things that remind me of people and of experiences. I've got all sorts of things here from my undergrad and my graduate school days. And on that shelf is this gavel. Don't ask me why I've kept this for 25 plus years after my undergrad, but this was the gavel I used when I was president of my fraternity and president of the Interfraternity Council there at U of H. And last Sunday, you may recall in the sermon, I was trying to mention that while we all have small plans, God's doing something bigger in the background. You may remember that I mentioned that when I was IFC president, it was while I was building a resume and trying to build a reputation for myself, that God used those unpure motives to step into my life and to unveil for me his perfect plan. That he was calling me into ministry. The Baptist student minister found me, and because I was IFC president, invited me to help start a Bible study for the Greeks. And that guy introduced me to the guy who would come be our teacher. And that guy would end up putting me under his wing and inviting me back into the way of Jesus and an encouragement, a mentor to lead me back into a way of faith, ultimately into ministry. But this gavel is also a helpful illustration for this coming Sunday. Acts chapter 24, we're moving on. And I'm thinking about courtrooms now. I'm thinking about how Paul, it seems like no matter what he says, no matter what he does, people immediately call him guilty. They don't give him a chance even to defend himself in most cases. And so he walks around from town to town having to defend himself constantly. And I think about how many people in our current setting are having to walk around constantly defending themselves because we live in a culture where we're quick to call someone guilty. It's really hard for us to give someone the benefit of the doubt. In our court of public opinion and social media and elsewhere, we look at someone who's not like us or disagrees with us and we call them guilty. There's no chance for them to be innocent until proven otherwise. This is just a reminder to me and to you that maybe for the rest of this week, we can begin getting in the practice of extending the grace of God to one another, assuming someone innocent until we know for sure they're guilty. Let's work on that. Let's practice that this week. And then show up Sunday for worship, 9:30 or 11, to unpack Acts chapter 24. Can't wait to see you there. Bye-bye.